Welcome to the Narrowboat with James Bill. Hope you're well. Thanks for joining me. Well, it's a beautiful Saturday out here today, and I'm going to do some more work on the electrics cupboard and kind of extending it down towards the dinette. So yeah, let's get cracking. Right, so the electrics cupboard, that's the next bit to do. I'm going to want it at the same height as this. I'm not going to bother with the flip up thing here because, well, I might do actually and hinge it from this side, but I'm not going to hinge it from this side because it have to be up at the same height as the gunnels, and basically I want this to be at the same height all the way across, and I don't want that bit to be higher at that point. So I'm basically going to do away with it and just keep this one going all the way across. So first thing I need to do is remove the speaker, and I'm going to have to mount that on the front of this bit here. And the idea is going to be 2 more cupboards or 3 cupboards here or something, and then a little drinks kind of thing there, leaving enough space on the floor down there. That's going to be the plan. So I'm just going to basically make it up as I go along, obviously. So I put in the batten against the back wall there, which is the same height as the top of that. So then when I get a new top, because obviously that's only a bit of crappy beach face ply, so when I get a new top, it'll go from all the way from the start point there all the way down to here, one nice big piece, which will look good. So I'm just going to secure that one in place now, and then I'll put an upright in here and start filling in the uprights. And this is all just being done out of spruce and ply. This bit here though is going to be out of oak. Well, with all these things I've ended up coming up with a problem which I didn't know I had. I've taken that speaker out, and obviously now I need to remount it, but that's going to be a door and that's going to be a door, in which case I can't mount them on the door. So I think what I'm going to do is build a little speaker box at the lower level there, so only the door kind of comes out from there upwards really. That'll be a fixed panel down there, in the same way that that one there's a fixed panel. So I also now need to take this off, and I've got to cut that door in half. So I've put a supporting beam in there. I just need to basically work out the center point of that. Then I can cut that down, and that'll stop it bending as much, I'm hoping, and it'll fit in a bit better. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 doors to take off there. So before I cut out this bit here for the speaker, I'm going to put in the shelf. Basically, I'm going to have one shelf at the back going all the way across the whole of it, so then I can put in some little storage boxes there and stuff on top of the shelf. I was thinking about having 2 shelves or drawers or anything like that, but well, the drawers are going to be way too shallow, so there's no point doing that, but I think I'm just going to go for 1 shelf. Makes it much easier. And that far cupboard there, I've cut the boards in half basically. So that's the old board on the inside, obviously painted on the inside. It fits nicer that way. I've trimmed a little bit off it, so now I'm going to paint the outside of it, and then paint this one here on the inside, that shelf there. And then I need to go and charge up my battery pack somewhere. Well, it's coming together a little bit now, the shape of it. I reckon once I got the continuous top all the way across to there, with a little bit of a bend in it kind of around there, I reckon it's going to look quite good. Right, so I've got the boards cut, most of them cut. That one's not, but that one is, and this one is that one there. I've cut that old board in half, turned it round. Now I'm going to paint them. I've got that shelf just tucked under there. That's also got to be painted. So I'm going to go on with some basic undercoat before I go with the sage green. I'm having a bit of a rethink now about the positioning of that speaker, because I think if it was down there, it'd look a bit odd once it's all painted, because I'd like to panel those as well, like I've done on the other cupboards. And then the speaker's kind of going to get in the way a little bit. Also, it's just going to look a bit random having one speaker at the end there and then one kind of in the middle. Ideally, it either should be there or maybe up there on this facing side here. But I'm going to cut out that second board there then, and not worry about the bottom bit and having it in 2 bits, just have it one large door. think I did the right thing not putting the speaker in that hole there. So I'm just going to prime that one now, let it dry. Oh, I think that's looking pretty good now. Well, it will do when it's finished. I quite like that. I'm just going to see what it looks like with the top on it now. So I've got to trim it down quite a bit. Well, that's pretty good like that. Although, yeah, no, it overhangs way too much, but to be honest, that's actually that's all right. It doesn't impede at all, kind of going out the hatch or leaning out the hatch at all. I think it is sticking out too much, but I was thinking about basically bullnosing it kind of fairly near those, but I might make it actually a bit broader. Big enough to put plates on it, I'd say. That'd be quite useful. And then I guess I'm going to angle it in this way a little bit to match what I've done over there. Okay. Well, I've got to go and see the girls. Got to make them dinner. Mum number 2 needs chill out for a little bit. So I'm going to go around there for a couple hours. Charge up my battery pack as well. It's getting quite late now. I've got back from cooking the girls dinner. Had a nice evening with them. I've managed to paint that instrument panel bit there. But what I want to do tonight is put on some green on these panels here so that it's ready for kind of finishing tomorrow. The other thing I need to do is cut out this shape. I've decided I'm not going to go at the 45 degree. I'm going to go in kind of 90 degrees there. I'm going to round it off there. And then this is kind of sitting quite proud of. So it's going to have a bit of a lip to it. And it's going to come up here. And then it angles in a bit because obviously these cupboards here angle in as well. But what I want to do is I don't want to follow it all that way because then it's going to stick out there. So I'm going to angle it to there and then I'm going to get another piece to go across there. So a bit of that half dowel, I reckon that will kind of finish it off quite nicely. And I'll bullnose this so it will look quite nice. Well, that's a nice thing to wake up to. Not my painted boards, but a kayaking lesson. How cute. I now need to go about cutting the holes in all these doors before I put the top on. I also need to cut down the top. So I charge my battery pack, but I need to go to the shop and get another magnet, and also I need to get some more of the half doweling as well. Yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. Obviously I'll put the ball nose on it, round that edge off there. But yeah, that works nicely. It's broad enough to put a plate on it. Good. On that, I just need to sand it down a bit more and then varnish it. I've done the same with that top piece up there. That's just going to be attached by magnets, no surprise there. And then I'm going to put holes in each of those. I was thinking about putting little door handles on them, but I'm going to put holes on them instead. But I'm going to make them a bit bigger this time, so instead of just finger holes, they're going to be grab holes, I guess they're called. I made a little template to make the hand holes for the doors. Right, I've sanded this one down. This one's really nice. Just got to obviously paint the front of it again. There's a decent hole in that one. Right. Right, now I need to take each door off and put all the trim on it. I'm hoping that the trim is going to make the bottom line. I'm hoping your eyes are basically going to go to the straight line of bottom trim. The other thing to note is that obviously the electrics cupboard, the original electrics cupboard was made ages ago, so they were made slightly different. So what I've had to do to make, for the sake of continuity, for the magnet heights, which obviously dictates the height of where the trim can go, I've had to put those on some little blocks there to bring the magnets down in line. So yeah, I'm hoping that when it's on, your eye will go to the trim as opposed to the line on the floor. Let's see. Well, here's the cut just down by Rickmansworth. Fallen tree there, stopping Y-beams getting through, I think, but narrowboats are getting through just fine. I'm just on my way to go and get myself some dinner, which would be nice. It's a really good Turkish place, like a mangal kind of place. So I'm going to get myself a chicken kebab. That's a perfect Sunday evening on the boat. Right, so that's what it's looking like at the moment. Right, so I'm not a million miles away from having finished this now. I now need to put the little bit of trim on that bit there, just to finish that off. And then wax these two tops. And then sand down those holes. I can't put anything on that today, so that'll be the end of it. I've put that little bit of trim in at the end. Now I need to go on with the wax. This won't take long. Well, it's pretty much taken me all weekend to get this thing done, but I'm really happy with it. It looks pretty good. Obviously, I've still got to do the end bit. I've got to make like a wine, no I don't, a whiskey come kind of beer thing there. But this is all, yeah, this is all really good. I like how it all kind of looks from the dinette. It's pretty decent. I've painted the inside of these handles, so once that's dried I will go about putting some of the stuff from the galley into here. But the most important test is whether it is broad enough for kids' plates, which it is, so that's ideal. I could get all kind of, I could easily plate up 5 there, and I mean I'm not going to do it, but it would be pretty cool if I had this extending out as a kind of breakfast bar. I won't do it. I'm going to fix it in place, but yeah, this is good. It's kind of, it's made from the dinette, it's made it look bigger somehow. I don't know why, but so yeah, that's pretty good. Back to work on Monday, and I've got to move the boat sometime this week, kind of early week, so Monday or Tuesday ideally. So that'll be the plan. But wherever you are in the world, hope you're very safe. Take care. Bye bye.